I just clicked it, so we have to wait until.
Oh,
Jesus
I can't
Christ,
see.
that was fucking quick.
I can't see any of it. Normally, I could see it.
What do you mean?
Don't you normally share screens or something with me?
I usually share the object that I have that I'm using. I don't share my actual screen with you. I don't
Okay, so
believe.
it starts this way, and then you introduce the drum beat, and then I can see it.
Yes. I mean, if
I
I
just
get,
remember the last time I remember, just like right now, I can't see anything, and I just remember for some reason
and that's all you get.
but
Is
normally that's all I get too.
I believe so. Unless because
Okay.
like I think it's pointless for me to share my screen because you can't hear any sound, and the whole point of this is to hear the sound.
Yeah, for
Right.
some reason it just feels like this part's missing, but I guess it's because eventually something goes up there and I get used to it. Okay. Okay.
So how was your drum week this week?
Well, this one I gotta say this one is not a very inspiring beat. It has its own, like it wasn't like a okay, here it is. Okay, I know how it goes. Perfect, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's they all have their one part one part has more gravity and it wants to pull the other hand into what it's doing.
What part
And so this
specific?
one,
Let
well,
me
actually, yeah, as I say, bring it up on screen. Maybe that's why it feels like there's something. Because only it's like 3 seconds before something goes up on screen.
yeah. I just need to find it. Where'd it go? Hold on. Here we go. I got it. This is what I was laughing at. Hold on one second. I'll share it with you. Here we
Oh,
go.
a drum joke.
No. Yeah. I don't think I have any drum jokes.
There's a whole style of joke that's a drummer joke.
Do you see that?
Oh yeah, but you got the fuzzy one. I told you go back to the last one I sent.
Oh,
That's
so why did
oh
you
no wait,
send the
never mind. It is different.
why did
No, it's
you
not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Hold on. You want the last one? This isn't even the right one.
Oh, this is
Ignore this one.
fine. No, this is for the people. They get to see what your work is. I'm
Well,
fine.
then you'll find that I really fucked this one up. It doesn't sound anything like that.
Wait a minute. Is this my drum beat?
Actually, it might be.
Why did you send me my drum beat?
Uh,
Okay.
that was because it was labeled number 3. That's what happened.
Okay. All right.
And this is the third week. But
Okay. So wait a minute. Is yours the one that has the 3/16 notes? Ding 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 ding
yeah,
ding
yeah.
ding.
Boop boop bap. One goes
Oh,
boop boop
okay,
bap.
okay. So this one is a lot nicer. Okay. All right, let me I need to figure out how to download this. Um Open link. All right, this will work. Now it's going to show all my tabs. Now I need to figure out how to download this.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Save image. Okay, we'll save image. One second. Give me a second. I got this. I'm gonna save it as Josh
You want
B.
me to you want me to talk about tabs to fill the space?
Here we go. Okay, this one's a lot nicer looking. Let me share it with you. Okay. There we go.
All right. Oh man, so much better.
Is this the beat?
Well, hold on. Let me take a close look because I said it was before.
Oh, no, it's not. This is the one you did last week.
No, this is the right one. This is the one I did. This is a different one than I did last week.
Nuh-uh, because I see on the you
Yeah,
sent
the one
this
I
to
did
me on
last week is
5.5.
labeled 2.
You sent this to me.
Yeah, but I sent that I believe because that's the one I was doing next. It was like a preview.
Okay, we're gonna find out because
Well, this is the one I played for sure, and it's different than the one I played last week.
I'm curious if I look at last week's if it
Well, hold on. Yeah, well, look at if you scroll up in the where all the pictures are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got 2, 3, and 4 in that one picture. Last week I did 2.
I swear to God, you were supposed to do 4. Are you sure you actually?
No, I was going straight in line. This is the one I did. 2 is the one I did last time. It goes like boom, chick, ding, chick, ding, 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 chick,
Okay.
boom,
All right. All
ding.
right. I'll allow it. I'll allow it this one time.
You'll allow me to do the correct one this one time.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So.
So okay. I was saying something about it. So in this one, this is a useful one because, like I said, for now, my primary drumming experiences are with the Dunans. And so what I'm looking for is, again, like more of a repository of bell patterns and things that I can start with,
Yeah.
And then you start playing one, and then you start playing something with your other hand, and then you kind of go like, you know what, what if I did the same thing, but then I do it a little different, and you can mutate it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted, were some like seeds to start with. So not like this is like an impossible one to come up with on your own. I'm also wanting to work on the independence and being able to do them, because I guess that's more what it is. It's not that I want to know more of these patterns. It's just I could make them up, because you just go like, what if it was an eighth note and then an eighth rest, and then you just fill the space. But the issue is then after you make it up, can I execute it while my other hand is doing something different? So that's really what I guess I want them for, is a bunch of different patterns that then have another hand at the same time, and especially one that's not necessarily connected to it.
I think the idea that we talked about last week of adding the bell for the hi-hat part would be very beneficial for you.
But I have to use my foot pedal though.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe we can. Would you want to do that?
Yeah, I would be fine if we can find a way to set it up. Yeah,
I think that would sound good. Just playing like on Saturdays when we jam. Like if you had that,
just having another guy like that.
That's
really what
cool.
I end up using the bell for usually is the I don't know what you would call that, just like the steady rhythm,
the anchor of the beat.
That's usually what I use the bell for, but I want to get away from that. But then also it's nice to have, the
anchor
that underneath. I will say this, from now on, even if we don't get it set up immediately, I'll start tapping my foot as if it was there. It's not the same as it being there.
Do you have another bass pedal over there?
Not
Okay.
No, I've got, all I have is that bass practice pad, but there's no pedal involved with it.
I will I think I have a spare one that I can let you borrow, and then I can let you have this cowbell thing and see if
yeah, I forgot you have the cowbell.
We have everything that you would need. I'm just wondering if you would be willing to try if you would be willing to try it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
But this is what Gary Leach from the book Exotiques book suggested, that you learn the pattern first before you add in the hi-hat and, in your case, the bell. So
I'm doing it correctly then.
The foot bell, I mean.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's the way I'm doing it now, basically.
Yeah. Luckily, I haven't had to follow his advice, because I've been pretty much solid the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling very soon in this book we will be getting to points to where I'll be using all my time just to learn the beat, because there's some pretty wild ones in there.
Well, that's what I like about them being chosen randomly. Is first, sometimes you'll also, like, by doing that, you'll discover a little section or a part of something that maybe is different than you would have done on your own, and you go like, oh, I do like that, and you can incorporate it in some way into this or that. But being random, I also like that they're not specifically made to go together.
Yeah.
And so I think as they go forward, some of them as the parts become a little more like detailed or you know complex, that there will be some weird spots that are just that will feel very awkward. So it's kind of nice that you get a kind of a that's why this one wasn't as exciting as some of the other ones, because as you can see right here, like it the bell pattern doesn't repeat, and that's not a huge problem. That can be fine. But then the bass and snare part, you know, aren't that exciting, because especially because like they all hit on the one.
Mm-hmm.
This one, like, it doesn't. There's no. It just goes like, well, there's a little 1 2 right in the first. Well, I guess I'm pointing to it. You can't see it, but like the first two 16th notes of the bell part is simultaneous with the bass part.
Yeah, and that
And then on the next one, it's the snares. It's just not as like interlocky.
I would have to say that as far as like the pattern of three, um, a lot of drummers they play this pattern of three on the hi hat or the ride or whatever a lot, but in different ways. And this version right here is probably the easiest, at least for me. So you had that going for you.
Well, which way? What's another way that would what do they do to complicate it?
It would be two and then a rest and then three, 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 one, and then start over two, three,
Okay, I
three,
see.
one. So
That's what I mean. This one, it wasn't instantaneous because I'm still early.
yeah,
But in this one, what ends up happening is that as soon as I would hit the snare, the one beat, when I came back to the bass drum, I just wanted my natural hand just wanted to hit it one time
yeah.
rather than do two. Like it just wants to go like, I'll just blend into that part. But I mean, you just go like, no, 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 it's two every time, and then you play it a couple times, and then like it starts to slip back, and you go like, no, 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 it's two there,
Let's
and you do, and then it's fine.
let's take a listen. I'm gonna share it with you real quick. Hold on. We're going to change windows, and you are going to listen to media player. Okay. Is there any introduction that I have to worry about with this? Any
No, no, I gave this one to you more professionally.
Okay. So I shared the window.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Oh,
All
we
right.
need to get start attaching images to these.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty easy to put a little thumbnail on it. That would make more sense, so I wouldn't have to have two windows to show. Okay, let's take a listen. I have to say, I'm going to listen to it one more time.
Good. That's what you have to say.
What I was going to say is, I like that. That sounds like a classic. It doesn't sound like since you obviously because you did it on the Dunes. It sounds like a classic African like backbeat. You know that you
Yeah,
would hear
it
in a rhythm
does.
circle or something like that. That sounds
That's what I
really
mean. I'm
cool.
not saying it's a bad beat or anything. I just mean it didn't have as many like little back and forths as the last few did.
Yeah,
Where like the last one I did was going like in the gaps of the bell, it was hitting the Dunoon parts in different ways and stuff. So this one just felt like you go like, oh, okay, well, they're like I said, I think I even did it once where I switched back and hit the bass one time instead of two.
really.
Uh,
I didn't. I didn't. I
I
didn't hear
might have,
that.
I could have just accidentally ghosted it a little bit, and it sounded just like one, but um,
I was thinking about the other
Ghostberg.
other versions of Ghosted. When you say it, for
Um,
some reason, I should assume when you said ghosted, since we're in a drum conversation, that
Yeah,
means lightly
we both
tapping.
studied under what's his name, old Blue Pants.
Who's Blue Pants? Oh, Bernard Purdy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ghosted. He always said that.
Ghostberg.
Oh, I love that guy. Yeah, that sounded good. I detected. Do you play with a metronome?
I don't all the time, but I do from time to time go like, oh, I haven't metronomed in a while, and then I'll put it on. But it's
What?
not like a
So you're
daily.
not you're not playing with this on
Oh, when I was doing that, no,
yeah.
no, I've just been.
I kind of heard you drag just a tiny bit. It seemed like,
That's very possible. To be honest, when I did it, I don't think I was thinking about that aspect of it very much. I
but
think I was just going like, let me get this beat right.
don't worry because I've dragged a little bit too, and I had a metronome. So and
It,
also
it probably is a good thing to do with a metronome, honestly.
yeah, I that's weird because I always play with a metronome. Very rarely do I not play with a
Uh,
metronome.
I think I'm always willing to change my mind, but for now, I'm more on the side of I guess basically what I'm doing, where I do involve him, and I'll use him here and there, and I'll go like, like I said, I haven't done it for a little bit,
Are we
and
talking about a metronome or Bernard Purdy?
actually, I guess it's kind of the same, except there's much longer gaps between Bernard Purdy. But every once in a while, I do go like, let me go watch that video again.
Yeah, just to see
Um,
him say half notes.
yeah, I mean, and just there's like a part where he like, oh yeah, remember there's like a part where he's playing the hi hat, and then he goes like, psh, in a cool spot, and he looks at it like, surprised,
Oh.
like, what did you say? I
uh,
like that part too.
okay.
But hold on, let me say my one last thing about metronomes. What I do personally, most commonly, like sometimes I'll just play something like a musical piece and use the metronome to make sure I'm doing it correctly. I do that also, but a common thing I do is turn it all the way down to the slowest speed, um, and just go through and like just subdivide and threes and fours and fives. But when it's really slow, um, you don't get like the natural. There's you could probably figure out about where it starts, but there's a
Hmm.
a place where a metronome click goes from having propulsion to being like it's so slow you don't feel a pulse anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that would like clearly if you were at like 60 beats per minute, that's like a pulse that it's much easier to play to that type of speed. Like you would go like, oh, so it's easier to play slower than fast, right? And people would go like, yeah, it's true.
Hmm.
Like you have to work up to 200 beats per minute. Um, but it doesn't work that like the slower you go, the easier it is.
Oh no,
When you
definitely no.
Yeah, when you go, you get there, but I wonder what it is. I mean, it's not like literally one. It's not like at 39 it's too slow and 40 it's okay. It's going to be a range, but I wonder where it is.
I don't even know how beneficial that would be though. Like if you want to set a metronome to like that low, and
Well,
then
but I'm not using it to play a piece of music against. I'm using it to try to be able to feel wider spaces
mm,
and be able to subdivide inside of a space. It's just like a different way of um it's a basically a version of some of the Mike Longo stuff where you're doing twos over threes and threes over fours, where because you're doing it all in the scope of 12, that's like a big space,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it makes it feel like you have an open package that you can like move different things around in different ways. I'm not saying it's the best exercise to do that necessarily or anything, but that's at least what it feels like when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But that's how I use a metronome more. But I do need to like every time I try to record a guitar part to send to you or something, and I use a metronome, I always like it takes a couple before I go like, okay, there it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So I,
That's the
I
same. That's
probably
the
need to
same
do
with
it
me.
slightly more, um, but I do think that like you do have to be careful of speeding up and slowing down. But when you play with people, like you couldn't, maybe with like certain bands, maybe, well, if they played with a click track, then of course you could put a metronome against them. But like if you listen to a lot of bands live, when it's not a studio situation, you're like, oh, let me put a metronome to it. They're gonna speed up and slow down
Oh yeah.
slightly just because they're, you know what I mean. So then, like playing with a metronome, I'm not saying that like if you play with a metronome, it will make you play mechanically, but it isn't how people play. People play more like heartbeat style, where it can like it's not like a perfect digitized like where it's literally going to be a beat every 42 microseconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of a pulse feel, but
I actually,
um,
I noticed what you were saying with one of the Miles Davis live things that you sent me, where
like a 70s one.
it was the one, it was Bitches Brew,
Oh yeah, that was like
the alternate, and there
yeah, that was
was,
like a 1969 one.
and then there was a song in there, and I don't think it was intentional, but it definitely, they definitely sped up a little bit, like I was able to notice it, but but I don't think it. I mean, maybe it was intentional. Maybe he's just that magical to where they're like, all right, guys, let's bump it up like 1 BPM at this
Yeah, yeah.
point. But
Gives them a signal, and that's the 1 BPM bump. Well, there's in African drum music, or this is at least how it was told to me. This isn't like, I didn't travel to Africa and see it, so this maybe is not actually true. But a common thing in, the people write in books about African drumming is that there's a part where the leader, who in West African music is the djembe player or one of the djembe players, they do a signal that is, they call it a chauffe, which is short for like échauffement or something, which is a French word which means to heat up. And when they play that signal,
bring it to a
everybody
boil.
knows. Yeah, they go like, yeah, start. Everybody has to start playing faster, but there's no like,
The predetermined speed or anything.
yeah, you just go like everybody starts to play, and you just like feel where it's supposed to go, and then everybody like goes there, and like if it feels like it's settled, then you wouldn't go like, oh, keep pushing. You would go like, oh, it's settled, and I'm done. This is where it's at.
That sounds like improvisation. That at least what we do.
Yeah, but well, I'm sure we do speeding up and slowing down. This is not intentionally boiling, but
Yeah.
I would like to. We could throw in some boils here and there.
Yeah.
It's probably worth doing just to because it's never like, it's not that it like doubles in speed. It just like that part happens, and then it does like all of a sudden you go like, okay, oh, here we go, all right, it picks up a
Yeah.
little bit, but it's not like it's like boonch 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 boonch. All right, but
Okay.
that's my drum week 3.
Cool. Well, I have a feeling that was, I shouldn't have said that. I know that you did a good job. So
Did I get an A on my report card again?
yes,
Okay, good.
and that's just to butter you up a little bit because you're about to see
Oh,
my
because I'm giving you your grade.
yeah, because you're about to see my bullshit. So my drum week was pretty shitty, but I was able to pump this out. So let me put this on screen.
Did you put a power to the people fill in there?
I put 2,
Oh man, oh.
but what sucks is, let me share this with you.
I guess that's what happened with Keith Moon. He did his first fill, and somebody was like, "Yeah,"
And then he overdosed when he
and he
did
was
his
like,
second
"Well,
one.
hold on, he did," but before that, he was like, "What if I put in 2 fills?" And then pretty soon, eventually, he was like, "What if all I do is fills?"
Yeah, yeah, that guy is he's pretty amazing. He's a really excellent rock drummer.
I was actually just listening to him before this.
I need to re-listen to. I haven't listened to the Who in forever. Do you see this, by the way?
Yes, 100 BPMs.
Okay, so there is some clipping because what happened was I recently moved my microphones, and I didn't
Did you
rearrange.
move them? I was gonna say, did you move them like because you had to do something, or were you trying to like, what if I move them here? Will it make the sound cooler?
I have because I couldn't hear my high tom very well, and they were one of them was positioned
Mm.
kind of like half of it behind my isolation booth, and the other half not. So I was like, well, maybe I should like move them a little bit just so he can get the full spectrum. I
Mm.
plan on moving them again because I feel the placement kind of sucks. Either way, there was some clipping. I forgot to mix it a little. I mean, so yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with that. But
I'll be patient,
yes.
but it may affect your grade.
Okay.
Professionalism.
All right. So, well, I got the same old thing prepared for you. I have the beat from last week.
Yeah, but see, look, yours has more interplay than mine does.
It's almost the backbeat is
It's
very.
yeah, actually, it is. It is kind of backwards, huh? But you
The
have more on your in betweens. Your second and third uh, little beat. There's more back and forth going on there. You got like a little like a mirror. Well, not necessarily a mirror, but
it's weird, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
oh, now it's back to bullshit.
Here it comes.
Oh, here we go.
You heard that clip?
that is pretty.
Pretty clippy, huh?
Yeah, that clip a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Are you about? Is he gonna play your thing again?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
I dragged there, right there, for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
You know what that reminded me of? It reminds me of the way my drums sounded like when we were doing those cassette recordings in your grandmother's basement.
Yeah, with one Shure SM58 microphone for the whole drum set.
I mean, I'm talking about like when we literally had it wasn't.
Oh
even
yeah, I forgot about that.
it was just a cassette
Just
deck.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, before we graduated to a cassette 4-track.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna post it anyways. It kind of sounds like shit, but and I dragged on going to the bell, but that's fine. It's all right.
Well, the part that sucks about it is that it clips the most on the fills.
I didn't hear
Especially
I didn't hear it clipping on the first one.
the first fill wasn't that bad. I also like. I mean, both fills I liked. They don't sound like a fill that you normally do. And but the second one for sure, like
It definitely, it's
it's
like
boom, 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 boom.
like you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah,
It's
there's a lot of
like-
sauce from those meatballs at the end.
So what is your grade?
Well, I understand that recording has its challenges, so I'm not going to take that into consideration for the grade. I do think it's an A, but it does, it's a hollow A because of the clipping. Like it feels like it doesn't. Well, you know what I mean. Like you hear it, it's fine. Clearly, you did
You
it.
know
but
what?
it
You know what?
make-
Fuck you. I take your grade back. You get a B. You get a fucking B.
Oh, well, you got to at least tell me why.
It's teacher's discretion.
Oh, yeah, you put TD at the top of the paper.
No, you still get an A. I don't care.
Okay, good. Well, I still gave you an A. I just wish I would have liked to have heard it the way
More
that God intended
pristinely.
it.
Maybe I can play
Yeah.
it for you tomorrow.
Well, we do have to play them together tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, we can play them separately mixed into other things too, but we do have to do one intertwined.
Next week, I'm gonna have. We should have a new segment
Mhm.
called that talks about drummer pet peeves. We can call it like drummer peeves or something,
Yeah.
or something like that. Maybe that's what I'm gonna have a think of a drummer pet peeve that you
It's gonna, I'm gonna just talk shit about you, but I'm just like, don't you hate it when drummers, like they come over in cargo shorts and then they like,
Well, I haven't. Luckily, I mean, you could say that because I haven't busted out a pair of cargo
yeah,
shorts.
you'll go like, yeah, me too. I hate when they do that.
All right, let me get the meat of this ready, and I'll share my screen so we can start. Get your dice ready, everyone.
Get them heated up.
I'll share my.
Yeah, you can really. It probably sounds good.
They sound wet. You have them in water?
Well, I cleaned them because I'm going to put them on camera. I didn't want to show anybody dirty dice. My dirty dice.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm using the same crew from last week. This is going to be the last week that we use this sheet.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's still a lot of meat on this bone that we haven't tasted yet.
Yeah, I think there's some funky fresh sauces in there.
Yeah.
But who's it going to be? See, I want to see right there. Some of this, like, look at 10 up on top. I want him to get involved.
That's I believe that's the West African. It's either Samba or West African. I forget which one.
All right.
It could be the double Stanford.
Maybe like a 10-10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to roll.
Oh, this is the universal beat apparently that Gary Leach was talking about, saying that there's like numerous cultures.
Everybody likes that one.
Yeah, they play this universal beat right here. So hopefully we'll get that one.
Yeah, I would like to hear some of these 9 also. I mean, 8, 9, both look good. Okay, so you want me to do we listen to these first, or I just make my roll first, and we only listen to the combined ones?
Oh, you roll everything. Okay. I create them, and then then we'll listen to them afterwards.
Well, then let me
get
the dice cam.
Wow, check out that room.
Okay, here you go.
Let's see if we can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna call there's a bluish and a reddish. I'm gonna call the red one is the top line.
Okay.
Yep.
11.
11 and 9.
11 and 9. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I could put them. Where it's offset.
Okay.
No, there you go. That's where the green light is.
There's 11. Apparently, I'm not very good at copying here. Hold on one second. There we go. All right, 11's been placed, and what was the other beat?
9. Oh, 9 was one of the ones I was looking at on the bottom too, so that's good.
Yeah. Copy. Let's see what this looks like.
Coffee.
Looks interesting. All right. Next roll, please.
All right. 1. No, wait. This one's first. 4 and 1.
4. They look like the same color on your screen. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay, so 4. Yeah. Okay, luckily, 1 is actually an interesting ostinato.
Oh, 1 on the second one.
I believe it's gotten to the point to where it doesn't matter what number, with the exception of the backbeats. As far as ostinatos are, it doesn't matter what the number is.
Yeah, those all look fine. I mean, that's all the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. Is just out of laziness. I don't want to have to go like, oh, think of every 16th and 8th pattern and permutation where you go like it could go like 1 2 1 and the next one goes 1 1 1 2 1.
Yeah.
I mean, those don't line up, but you know what I mean. Just having to come up with them.
Cool. Doke.
Okay. 6 and 11.
6 and 11. Let's see what we got there. 6 and 11. 6. That's an interesting drum beat. I like that one.
There we go.
6 and 11. Didn't we already have an 11? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. I thought we did.
Could have had maybe 11 on top. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Last roll.
Last roll.
11 and 2.
How about we do this? How about, because this is the last time that this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Scratch that roll. Go ahead, put that up there. I want you, for the last one, for number 4, I want you to pick the 2.
Oh, any one I want. Hold on.
You did say number 10 was pretty interesting.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do 10 on top.
And I'll
copy it. I mean, that's great. Scroll me through after you copy it.
Yeah.
No need to be so kind.
Okay, we got 10 down. So, all right, so we'll start with 1.
Okay, so these guys are all just...
I'll just slowly
changing just a little bit. All related. Okay, 6. Okay, kind of like where 6 is at. 7, okay.
You could go for the 10-10 universal beat.
Yeah, but given that it's universal, it seems like... Okay, go back to, was it 6 and 7 were my 2? Let's try 6. Let's try 6.
Oh, you want to add some spice?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little flavor.
All right, well, we'll do that. Hold on, let me get this 6 out of here.
No, don't forget the other 16th.
Did I? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it gets that one automatically.
I think so. We'll find out. We'll see how it looks when I paste it on here. Okay, good. It looks good. All right, I'm gonna delete these.
Now it's the unveiling.
I'll delete these. Delete. And then delete. All right, let's listen to all these.
Playbook.
Play loop. And you, okay, yeah, you got it. All right, here we go. Sounds very familiar.
Well, it's got boop, jab, boop, jab, boop, boop, bam, boop, boop. It's got that. I mean, that's a classic beat that gets played all the time. So, I mean, it does sound nice. There's nothing wrong with that one, but that's my hesitation with that one. Is there's nothing wrong with that beat, but he's had his time to shine. Maybe it's better to let somebody else.
Yeah. Well, let's compare it to the next one.
Okay.
God damn, I love that ostinato, man.
I mean, not that the bass and snare part is like, oh, no one's ever played that before.
Well, that's
the combination of the two does. I do like that one more than one.
Okay, so this ostinato sounds so badass though.
Yeah.
Like I guess because like it kind of skips the one.
Yeah, that's what I meant about the one I played this time. Is it was just very like set up. You know, it was all it just kind of. Oh, this is week 3. Why do I have that as week 3? That's the source of the problem, I guess.
You
Is
played the
this week?
right one. Did you
Yeah, I
play?
played the right one. I did play the right one, but is this week 4 or week 3?
This is week 4.
Is it
Right now
4?
it's week 4, but you were playing week 3. So yeah,
Oh, okay. That's
that
what it is.
it's
Okay,
that's
okay.
the
I see. I
confusion.
see.
So
I
so
got you. All right.
next week it will be week 5, but you'll be performing
I'm
week.
on. I'm on 4. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So
Okay,
yeah,
number 2.
I like number 2 so far is the best.
Yeah. So far 1 is fine, but it's
Okay. All right. So
all
let's
right.
check
3.
out.
Let's see what you got.
I like the simplicity of it, of the ostinato and
Yeah,
everything.
I do. I don't know if. Well, okay.
It's loose as all. It's
Loose is
loose.
all goose.
Yeah, loose is loose of loose loose
Loose
of.
for
I
goose.
can't even say it. Loose of.
That's how loose.
Yeah, it's too loose. um, yeah, I like that, but I don't like it as much as I like 2.
Yeah, the only argument right now for 3, I think, is that it's different,
Yeah.
and 2 is, it sounds good for
Mhm.
sure, but it's more there's more similarities to other ones. But between the two, 2 sounds like it's not that it's the coolest beat, but it sounds cooler than 3.
Yeah.
But 3 does I do like the space in 3. That's always a good thing. But
It,
definitely 1 is still out. To me, 2 and 3 are in contention. Now 4, this guy is the
user's choice.
yeah. This is
Baby's
teacher's pet.
teacher's pet.
Teacher's discretion.
Let's see if this one is the shit like you said it was going to be.
Yeah, this is about to be the best. It's kind of unga bunga.
Yeah, it is.
It reminds me of like when you go to prehistoric times in Chrono Trigger.
It's very busy. So, out of hearing all of them, definitely number 1 is out.
I'm between 2 and 3 to be quite honest.
Really,
Yeah,
I was.
I think 4 is fine. I think 4 would be a fine choice. But I could be into the unga bunga part of it, but the bell part, it doesn't like it's not catchy to me.
Yeah.
I
Let's
like it's fine, but it's hard to hear. It just kind of goes like it does this, then it does that, then it does this.
let's hear the both of them again.
Okay.
So between 2 and 3.
Yeah. Definitely thinking that.
Okay, there's 2.
Yeah. Respectable. I think the thing I like about 3 is I think it would be harder to make sound good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a better sounding beat, but I think it would be harder to make it sound appealing. Having that like psh, 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 it just kind of like floats out there. It could sound very like kind of brash easily.
And what I like about it is that the second and fourth ride or hi-hat hit is not exactly it's on the offbeat basically.
Yeah.
On the was 4-1 and on the of the 1 and the 3.
Well,
So,
which way are you leaning right now?
This is a hard choice because I can see the benefits of both of them.
But 2 and 3, you're not that into 4.
No, I like 4. But
is it in the running to you, or
no,
it's more to the okay?
it's like a close second to 2 and 3. if 2 and 3 were the
If it was 1 and 4, you would take 4.
oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have to say I've been busy the last 2, so what about 3?
All right.
Okay.
I won't veto it. I'll
Cool.
sign that into law.
Cool. So that's what I'll do. I'll do 3, and that will be the beat of the week for me.
And then this is what happened last time. I was about to say, okay, and I'll send you my. Let's see. Can I get a decent image of this? Okay, so this is all right. Oh no, wait, this is another one of yours. So
Okay.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. I'm about to send you something real quick.
Okay. See what this little surprise is.
Yeah.
Well, where are you gonna send it? Are you gonna send it?
I'm gonna put it in the chat. There you go.
That looks like a beat that I did.
That might be. I don't remember which one we picked. I'm just going in order from your leftovers.
Uh-huh.
This is just the 4th one from that. So you did one of those beats because that was the first week. So that's probably the first one you did.
Actually, it is. That is the first one I did. All right, let's. Oh man, we should compare
head to
head. I don't know. That was my my weakest one. Not a lot of likes on that one. I should have played it more fierce, as the kids call it.
Oh yeah. Also, how many fills did you have?
0 fills.
Yeah. So who cares then?
I don't know what's worse, a clippy fill or no fill at all.
It sounds like no fill. Well, I guess we don't know, but
we don't know. We're about to find out. We'll find out tomorrow morning. All right, so we got our 2 drum beats on there, and that will end this stream. And you've got your homework to do. I've got my homework to do.
Got it. I also have to. Go ahead.
Maybe if I think about it, if I can find a spare pedal, maybe this can be the first one where you have a cowbell.
Oh well, that would be fair, because this is the head-to-head beat.
Yeah.
You had to play it with something else going too.
Well, the only thing that's unfair about it is that I feel like your cowbell will always outshine a hi-hat.
Well, you can hear it, but also it can sound pretty annoying. So
yeah,
it's gonna take just the right touch with my foot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. And the only thing I have to say is that I love you.
I love you too.
All right. I will see you next week.
Oh, you said the only thing you had to say was that, but then you just
a little bonus for you.
No, okay, thank you.
This stag wine that I have, 13.9% alcohol. I just had a half of a glass, and it's time to play Diablo. That's all I'm trying to say.
You're done.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you.
Until next time.